Knock him out the box, Rick. Knock him out, Rick. Knock him out the box. Topics.
We're not any drug friendly other than marijuana, by the way.
Exactly. I don't really look at it as a drug. That's the thing. And we can maybe spend a little time on that if that's...
That's actually a great topic
that's
to
a
get into
topic
because
we're
I think
both-
it is a drug.
Do you think it's a drug?
I think it is.
What do you think about it? Why are you okay with that
It
drug?
depends, though, because I smoke every day, so I can't really say it from a perspective of someone that's, you know, an everyday person that smokes once a week. But when I take my morning bowl, I can definitely realize once that shit kicks in a few minutes, especially because this is a sovereignty. This is like a $500 bong. This in Philadelphia is the most high quality you can get for bongs, basically. But once that shit hits in a few minutes, I've definitely realized that I'm fucked up in the mind. Not as if I were off a pill or whatever it is, but my mind is definitely altered. You know, like not that I get slow, but my brain is just in a million places. And my body feels a little weak. It's hard to work out when I'm smoking. You know, that's one of the things I've noticed. It's just, it makes me, I only smoke indica. I don't smoke sativa. So, not that really affects me in different ways with indica and sativa, because they say that indica makes you sleep, sativa makes you stay up, do your thing, get active during the day. Regardless of what I smoke, I just get back in bed.
So how did you start the first time? Just curious. Like how did
Smoking or smoking nicotine?
Smoke both.
Smoking weed, I was 14, so at that time, I'm kind of interested and invested in, you know, the idea of weed.
But do you remember why? Because I'm like trying.
I do remember why, actually. I was with my friend Brendan, and I was at church with him for some reason because his family they're big Christians, and I've never gone to church like that. But I was there, and he had already smoked at the time, and I was like looking at him at church, and I was like, okay, if this kid can smoke, I was just kind of also scared. That's why I didn't smoke at the time, because back in 7th, 8th grade, I always thought about it, but my friends were already smoking, and I was just like that one person that wasn't doing it because I was just like either scared of my parents finding out or I was just pussy to do it. I don't know what it was. Not to influence people that don't smoke to do that, but now that I smoke, I can just say that because I could have been doing it at that time and nothing would be different. But I don't know. It just wasn't for me at that time. I was just growing into my shell, I guess. I don't know. So once my best friend Brendan at the time, who was my best friend at the time, once he did it and he was at church with me that day, I was like, fuck it, we got to smoke sometime, you know, something like that. So we used to kick it at the Calabasas Commons, at that little hill behind there where the Calabasas Lake is, where just the backlots for all the stores are, everything. So that's the first time I smoked. Ironically, it was out of a bong too. So most people start out of a damn apple or a piece or rolling up a blunt or something, but I just hit the bong first. So that kind of told the story from there. That was the destiny. Yeah.
And then, so
that was the first time I smoked out of a bong, but I
why
didn't even get high the first time I smoked.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that happens from some people. I've heard of that before, but I took a bowl, I didn't get high. Next time I smoked, I hit a joint.
I'm just like to help me understand too, because I started smoking when I was like 19, later. But everyone's got a different story, right?
You started drinking first, though, right? You were drinking first?
Drinking first.
See, I didn't drink till I was 16.
Yeah, I didn't drink till I was 18.
But I was smoking for a year first.
But I went to like a very nerdy school. But like, I started smoking at 19, gradually probably picked up. But I feel like some people don't mix well with marijuana, man. Like that's just, it makes them jittery. You know, it's not good for them. It affects them in a negative way, right?
Yeah.
But
sure.
For some
it definitely
people,
used to affect me in a way when I started smoking.
But
I think it still would if I wasn't smoking every day.
For some people, especially people that might have anxiety, and I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's the right medicinal choice, by the way, right? Because maybe there's other ways that meditating might be better. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not for or against marijuana, by the way. Like,
Rick, you
I
want to
just
get on
think, sure. I just think you should do what you want to do, right? And do it, but decide why you want to do it, and then make a decision that's best for you. That's all it is. Like, I don't judge anybody, man. So
same. No judgment.
And I have a theory, and it's just a theory, but it's based on my experience, reading books, whatever, you know, other people's lives that are close to me. But, you know, there are certain people that that need intoxication, if you want to call it that. Maybe it's excitement, maybe it's alpha type people. You know, some people don't. Some people like stability in their life. I don't. I've always lived on the edge when I was a kid growing up. I would always play and jump off of roofs. Like I wouldn't do it to break my leg. I never broke my leg, but you always try to go higher and higher. Like you ride a motorcycle, you know what I mean? Like I did a lot of risky things, like adrenaline rush. Maybe it's a type of person, right? Maybe it comes from our hunter instincts, whatever, right? We survived because we got high on excitement, so we went after the kill more, and we were more likely to survive, let's say. Whatever the evolutionary reason, right? I just think there are people like that. And if those people don't find a natural intoxication or a natural high that they can get consistently, they turn to other things, often alcohol, drugs, hallucinogens, whatever.
Right.
And obviously, like the less happy you are or fulfilled you are, you might turn to other things, and maybe you don't love yourself as much. Whatever. There's a lot of reasons you might do it, right? But like take Josh, like if I could speak for you, like he used to smoke every day, but then when he found videography and becoming a DP,
there's a new
he
hobby.
kind of like
Yeah.
didn't really. He stopped a while ago, right?
Right.
Like 2 months ago,
then he
and
got
maybe
serious
he'll
about
start
this.
again. I'm not
Yeah.
saying he won't, because a lot of successful people smoke weed too,
And you
you
should
can't
when you're successful.
and you
You've
can't
earned
ignore that.
You've
Look at-
earned it.
I'm assuming Rogan smokes. I think he smokes. Snoop Dogg smokes, unless he's
Yeah, Rogan
faking it.
definitely smokes.
Yeah,
Rogan's
he's
weed
smoking
friendly
on his
every day.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a certain kind of person. I can relate to that. Like very competitive, in different ways. You can be competitive by creating amazing things, or being in sports, or being in drama. Even you can be competitive, right? Trying to be the best at what you are.
Yeah.
So, but it's interesting because I'm just saying that's probably, maybe that's why I smoke. I really like it though. I like the smell. There's some people that don't like the smell and they don't smoke. Like Tanya doesn't like the smell, and she can't smoke it because it's
My mom despises the smell. I love the
right?
smell too.
Yeah, I love the smell. It's like skunk. You
Yeah.
either like
I hate
the
the smell of
skunk,
when I mix the nicotine with it, but the weed smell.
right?
For
Yeah,
damn sure.
I quit smoke. I used to smoke cigarettes, but I quit. I quit by increasing my marijuana smoke, which
Yeah.
I don't know. I still think it was the better choice, and maybe someday I'll quit marijuana. By the way, I don't know. I'm not like, but I don't know if I will, because I think I
Whatever
enjoy
you want
it.
to do, it's your life.
It's whatever I want to do.
It's your fucking life.
It's pros and cons, and I'm not advocating for anyone, but if you do smoke, don't feel bad. Like, quit if that's the best thing for you, or embrace it if for now that's what you're gonna do. And if you're gonna do whatever you're doing, embrace it. By the way, accept yourself, man. Knock him out the box, Rick. Knock him out, Rick. Knock him out the box. Topics.